Next person, or should I go by names? Let's see. Asona, you can use the chat. If you don't want to unmute your mic, you can use the chat. Please, let's be snappy. All right, so I'll go by the chat. We have Ali connecting from Ali, who is Gambian by nationality,
Hello.
connecting from Dubai. Okay. We have,
Hello.
yes, go ahead, please.
This is Ali.
Okay.
I'm from the Gambia, currently living in Dubai.
All right. Go ahead, welcome.
Thank you for joining us from the masterclass as well. This
Okay.
is my pleasure to be part of the team. Although I'm also new to the digital marketing as well, but I'm still uh, trying to learn more about digital marketing, and I'm glad to join the group as well.
You're highly welcome. All right. Next, please. All right, we are just going to proceed with the session. And if there are any questions, before you answer a question or before you pose a question, you can, unmute your mic and you ask your question. Okay, we have Leticia from Cameroon connecting from UAE, Dubai, precisely. Right, Leticia, you are highly welcome. All right.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Collins. I'm connecting since I'm come from Cameroon. I'm living Abu Dhabi. UAE.
All right, you're highly welcome, Collins.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Who else? Let's see. Vanessa from Cameroon, and she's connecting currently in Dubai. So Vanessa, you're highly welcome as well. All right. Before we proceed, this session is recorded, so you can get the recorded sessions at the end if you really want to, try to go through what we've done, what we are going to do as far as this session is concerned. We are assuming that this session is going to last for approximately 2 hours or more, depending on how fast we are to cover what we've prepared for you today. And the goal for this training is to empower you to master digital marketing for career and for business growth. So, as I earlier mentioned, my name is Tamon Zudene. I'm a certified digital marketing expert. I didn't actually take digital marketing as a career from onset. I am from the finance field. I've been a credit officer for the last 4 years before switching careers to digital marketing. And switching my career from the finance to digital marketing has really been a transformation as far as my career is concerned, because I had to learn a lot, I had to travel a lot, and I get to meet a lot of people with the same mind, digital mind, and get to attend several conferences, which have really helped to improve my career as far as this field is concerned. So apart from being a digital marketing specialist, I'm equally a digital marketing manager at Madina Alwadi LSC. I'm a trainer and entrepreneur. I'm equally a founder of the Data Group Corporation, which is made up of the institute, which we are actually having this session. We have the TG Digital Agency, the TG Foundation, and the consulting. I am a CPT Gogo and PhD certified digital marketing expert, and I'm equally an MBA holder in a master's degree holder in business administration, and I'm equally going to be pursuing a PhD program uh, early this year. And as far as the institute is concerned, we've trained and certified over 200 digital marketing experts. So the reason why we decided to organize this session is because we know there are a lot of people who are working in UAE. When you come here for the very first time, it becomes so challenging. The type of job which you do, it's not something to write home about. You get to work probably 12 to 14 hours every day, and probably the pay package might be so low. And the reason why we decided to have these sessions is to empower you, to give you a reason why you should think of something which you can hold on to, probably as a secondary source of income, or you should think of how you can switch your career to digital marketing. Because digital marketing is international, it's totally different from other fields where you are currently held as far as your environment is concerned. For example, if you studied accounting from where you're coming from, or you did marketing, or you did finance, banking and finance, you notice that you are limited to your environment, you're limited to your country, because the knowledge which you have cannot be used in any other country. But as far as digital marketing is concerned, it is global, it is international, which means you can associate with other people, you can work with any other organization so long as you have the right skills and you've actually learned what have been laid down by most recognized organizations like Google, like Facebook, like CPD, and so on. So that's the reason why we decided to have this session. So I have close to, or I can say 60 plus followers across all social media platforms, with TikTok, one of the platforms which I have most followers. And I've equally hosted digital marketing conferences in three different African countries. We have Cameroon, South Africa, and Madagascar. And we are equally thinking of expanding to other African countries. As a matter of fact, we're going to be having seven different conferences next year in seven different African countries. And we are going to kick that off with a virtual conference, which is coming up January 5 to 7, where we are bringing together different speakers from different African countries to, help you understand what the digital landscape is all about. Is that okay? I've equally managed Google Ads, social media campaigns, and equally designed website for multiple businesses, and of course developed company websites. And I'm equally a certified speaker and a coach. If you want to learn or know more about me, you can visit my LinkedIn profile at Tamon Diodone, and you're really going to get to know more about me. And I equally encourage you all to share your LinkedIn profile as well in the forum, so that you can, connect with other people. And with time, when we are going to walk you through how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, you're going to be drawing the attention of other people. So this is going to be a practical class. We are not really going to be talking a lot about theories. We focus more on practice. So I will not focus a lot on the slides which we are going to be sharing. I'm just going to glance through, but we are going to really do a lot of practical exercises. So before we get into digital marketing, the first question you should ask yourself is, what is marketing? Because the word digital marketing is made up of two different words, right? We have digital and we have marketing. So before digital, we had marketing. A lot of businesses do carry out marketing in order to showcase their brands. So if you want to market your business, if you want to market your brand, you have to think of the various tools which are already available. For example, you can do what we call one-on-one marketing, where you discuss with someone, you share your business ideas with someone, you advertise your business to someone, or you can use other traditional channels such as radio stations, TV stations, magazines, newsletters, or newspapers. You may design flyers where you post them around. You might pay for government billboards, or you put your own billboard along the street so people can learn more about your business. So that's how a lot of businesses do carry out their marketing before the coming of digital marketing. So marketing is simply you creating awareness or advertising products, goods, or events to a particular community. Now, when you compare marketing with digital marketing, you notice that we are simply using digital tools. We are replacing the traditional tools which we've used before, like radio stations, TV stations, magazines, physical designs. We are replacing that with digital tools such as websites, social media handles, emails, um, designs, digital designs where we can share with people. And we have equally replaced a one-on-one discussion, physical discussion with people by using a social media platform such as WhatsApp. So with WhatsApp, we can communicate with people one-on-one. We share our ideas with them. Is that okay? So as far as this training is concerned, we are going to be looking at the various ways we can carry out marketing. That is just what digital marketing is all about, how you can market yourself. And again, this is what businesses need. This is what most organizations need. If you look at the businesses in UAE, you notice that majority of them, or almost 99% of them, rely more on digital marketing than traditional marketing. You hardly see businesses using traditional marketing in UAE to advertise their business. Okay, you hardly see them use traditional marketing to advertise their business. When you move around, you notice that we have billboards around, quite all right, probably government billboards, right? But those billboards, not everybody really pays attention on the advertisements that do go on those billboards. Not everybody pays a lot of attention. You hardly see designs that are thrown on the streets. If people move around to throw or advertise their businesses on the streets by using designs, you notice that after a few hours, you will not meet those designs again on the streets because they have all been cleaned up by the government. That's to tell you that if you are in UAE and you want to market your business, then you need to focus more on digital marketing. So digital marketing is the use of online platforms to promote services or brands, and it actually focuses on visibility, engagement, and conversion. So online marketing is measurable when it comes to digital marketing. It is flexible and global. Okay. And of course, it is totally different from traditional marketing. So we just mentioned traditional marketing, some of the traditional marketing tools we use in order to carry out advertisement. So we are going to have a little comparison between traditional marketing and digital marketing. So when it comes to traditional marketing, it's quite expensive as compared to digital marketing. People pay a lot of money to radio stations, to TV stations, just to ensure that their businesses are well advertised. And again, when you advertise through these channels, you are not guaranteed the audience your are going to reach out to. What do I mean by you're not guaranteed your audience? Not everybody listens to radio stations, not everybody watch the TV. As a matter of fact, with the coming of the internet, so many people rely more on their smartphones to get information. When was the last time you watched a television program? When was the last time you listened to a radio station? If you were in your country, probably Ghana or Cameroon or Nigeria, you could say, okay, you've listened to a radio station maybe by when you're passing through a particular street or through someone's house, it was actually playing a radio station on their radio, right? But you notice that it's very difficult for you to actually sit down and you tune to a particular radio station when you have your smartphone with you. Every information that you need, you can get it through your smartphone or you can get it through the internet. Despite the fact that a lot of people don't focus more on that, people still pay a huge amount of money just to advertise traditionally, which is very, very expensive. And when it comes to digital marketing, it is quite cost effective. People spend as little as $1 and they can actually carry out advertisement in a day and reach out to a specific group of people. When it comes to traditional marketing, it's very difficult to track. When you pass an announcement, are you can you actually know the total number of people that have listened to your advertisement on radio or TV station? It's very difficult, right? You don't know whether people were able to hear about this announcement. When you move around on street and you throw papers around, you don't know how many people were able to pick it up to know more about the business you're advertising. So it's very difficult to track. But when it comes to digital marketing, it is fully measurable. When you run ads on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, on Google, you can easily track, you can easily know how many people saw your ad. You're able to measure the impression, you're able to measure the reach, you're able to measure the conversion, you're able to know how many people clicked on your ad when they saw it. When it comes to traditional marketing, you have a broad audience. If you're carrying out advertisement in the United Arab Emirates, you cannot really know how many people will listen to that advertisement if you're using radio stations. There are so many radio stations in UAE. but most of us, we don't listen to radios, right? We hardly tune into radio stations. So when you pass that announcement on the radio, are you able to know the audience that were able to listen to your advertisement? Is very difficult. That's why you see the audience is very, very broad. But when it comes to digital marketing, you can actually target specific audience. If I want to show my ads to people in a particular street in UAE, I'm going to do that. If I want to show my ads to people in Abu Dhabi only, I'm going to do that. But there are radio stations that cut across the whole UAE, which means you cannot decide that today this advertisement which I'm passing out on the radio station, it should only be for people in Dubai. It's very difficult. So long as a radio station that covers the entire country, it's very difficult to narrow down to that particular city, that particular state. So with digital marketing, you can actually narrow that down. With traditional marketing, you get a very slow feedback because you pass an announcement, that announcement, they are going to broadcast it on the TV, on the radio station, there's a phone number there. It becomes so difficult for people to really take time to write down the number, especially when they are not with their pens at that moment. When that announcement is going through the radio station, through the radio, and the phone number where people can reach out to is being passed on the radio, it's very difficult for you to actually capture that number and take it down if you are not ready to do that, right? But with digital marketing, you can actually get information instantly. As a matter of fact, you don't need to write down phone numbers. You can just click on a particular button and it redirects you to someone's call dialing, or it redirects you to someone's WhatsApp. That's the beauty of digital marketing. Then, of course, when it comes to reach, it is very limited with traditional marketing and it becomes global for digital marketing. As far as digital marketing is concerned, you can advertise your business to three, four, five, six, seven different African countries. When you see companies that do create events, they launch events in different countries to talk about their products, like the expos, which you see. Right now, expos are doing very well because digital marketing is available. Thanks to digital marketing, they can reach out to as many countries as possible. If there was no digital marketing, you would hear of different organizations organizing their expos in different countries. It becomes so difficult, they cannot reach out to as many people as possible. But tell me, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or the other social media platforms, how many of these ads have you seen? The China Expo is coming up. The next day you hear about Forex Expo. Thanks to digital marketing, we're able to know more about these advertisements. We already looked at some examples of traditional marketing, which we talked about billboards, radio stations, TV stations, and so on and so forth. With digital marketing, we have Facebook, Instagram, all the social media platforms. We have websites as well. We have emails or email campaigns, which we can rely on in order to reach out to as many people as possible. All right. Digital marketing will not be existing without the various digital marketing modules. So if you have to talk about digital marketing, you need to focus more on the various digital marketing modules. So I'm going to share my screen right now so that we can analyze the various digital marketing modules and how helpful or important these modules are and what we can actually use these various digital marketing modules for. Just give me a minute. So when it comes to the various digital marketing modules, we have three major modules, which as someone who wants to learn digital marketing, or if you want to become a digital marketing professional, you should understand these modules. So we have three major modules. So we have social media marketing, We have search engine optimization, and we have search engine marketing. So apart from these three major modules, which I'm going to be explaining them shortly, we have content marketing, we have email marketing, we have affiliate marketing, we have analytics and measurement, we have web development, stroke design, we have graphic design, we have artificial intelligence marketing. So these are other digital marketing modules, but the most important ones, which makes you a digital marketing expert, are these three modules. So this actually makes you a digital marketing expert. So you need to learn these three, then you can now add these ones if you wish. Is that okay? So I'm going to be explaining these various modules. These are things which you've seen on daily basis. You actually have seen this type of ads or this type of campaigns as you scroll through your social media or through the internet, but you kind of don't recognize them. So I believe right now, by the time we are done with this session, you're really going to understand them very, very well. All right. So let's begin with the first module, which is search engine optimization. Right. So before you carry out your research online, if you want to carry out a research online, let's say you want to buy a particular product or you need a particular service online, before you carry out your research online, there are steps which we normally follow. The first one is first of all, you need an internet connection, right? You need an internet connection or you need a device which you're going to use to carry out that research. You need a device, you need internet connection. So after that, you need a browser. Okay, you need a browser. So a browser could be Chrome, Google Chrome. It could be Safari for those of you using iPhone or any iOS device. It could be Brave browser. It could be Microsoft Edge for those of you who have um, Windows PCs. Is that okay? So you will need these browsers. Okay, you will need these browsers from Safari, Brave, and Edge. So these are some of the browsers you can use in order to carry out your research. Now you need to choose one, right? You cannot use all, you can use all of them, but it's not necessary. So you need to choose one of these browsers to carry out your research. Yes, we equally have Mozilla Firefox. Firefox, perfect. So once you've chosen one, and we know Chrome is the most popular browser, There was a time which Firefox was very popular, but Chrome now is the most popular because most of our smartphones, those using Android, you notice that it's automatic. It comes with your smartphone, right? For those of you using iOS, Safari comes automatically. So if you want to use any of these browsers, you then need to install. Now, once you've chosen the browser you're going to use to carry out your research, the next thing you need is a search engine platform, right? So you need a search engine platform, and there are several of them. We have Google, we have Bing, we have Yahoo. These are the most popular search engine platforms. Okay, so once you've decided to choose a particular search engine platform, you're now going to use the URL bar on that search engine to carry out your research. So you're going to use the URL address bar. You're now going to type whatever you want in that bar, and you're going to now get series of results which will be given to you by Google. Now, whenever you carry out the research online, you're going to get series of results. Those results don't appear by random. You see those results because the word which you have typed, let's take, for example, running shoes. Let's say you want to make inquiries about running shoes or which website you can purchase a running shoe. Once you do that search online, you're going to get series of websites that sell this particular product. Right. So these websites don't appear by random. Okay. These websites are appearing on the page or the search engine result page because the page which you always carry out searches on is known as a search engine result page. Okay, whenever you do your research on any search engine platform, that page which gives you the various results is known as the search engine result page. Now, these results don't appear by random. Okay, this word which you've used here to carry out your research, it actually matches up with words that have been placed at the back end of a website. So these companies that are selling this product, they have included this word running shoes at the back end of their website. Running shoes, running shoes, running shoes, running shoes. So that when someone does a search, when someone types running shoes, their websites are going to show up on this search engine result page. Is that okay? So this particular word here must match up with words that are available at the back end of the website. This word used by you, an audience carrying out a research, is known as a search term in digital marketing. So this is a search term. Running shoes is a search term to an audience, to the person carrying out the research. So a digital marketer who has included this word behind their website, this word is known as a keyword. So a search term must match up with a keyword for you to get results on this page. All right. So this must match up with this for you to get results on this page. Now, whenever you carry out a search online, there are two different types of results you will see. We are going to do that so you can see. There are two different types of results you will see on that page. So we are assuming that this is our Google search engine result page, this page. Okay, so we've typed the word running shoes. On our URL address bar, we type the word running shoes. Now, the first company that pops up is Amazon. The next company that pops up, eBay. The next company that pops up, Noon. The next company that pops up, maybe Temu. The next, we have Shen. The next, we might have Alibaba. Is that okay? So we have these companies showcasing their results after someone had typed the word running shoes. Now, these various results which you see on your screen, they are always divided into two. Is that okay? They are divided into two. So you might see, let's say, number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So you're going to see different variety of results on your screen. Now, these results are divided into two. You're going to notice that probably the first four results, just above the first four results, you're going to see something like sponsored products. You're going to see something like sponsored products. All right. It's going to be enclosed in a small rectangle like this. And then once it ends, you're going to see they will write something like hide sponsored products, which means that this particular result you see here falls under a particular category. Then after that, you're not going to see anything related to sponsored again, all right, until probably towards the end of the page, you're going to see the word sponsored again here, and there are some results. Is that okay? So this result which you see here, which fall under the sponsored product, this therefore means that these companies, Amazon, eBay, Noon, Temu, these companies have contacted Google and have paid Google so that Google can show their ads on the Google search engine result page. Is that okay? So there are different types of ads, or there are different types of results you see whenever you do a search on Google. We have the paid results and the free results. So these results that have the word sponsored attached to them simply means these companies have paid so that their content or their products or services can be brought forward, or a section of their website should be brought forward on the search engine result page. Then, of course, the next content you're going to see are all free content, and you'll probably see another paid content at the bottom of your screen. Now, when it comes to search engine optimization, we are focusing more on the free content. All right. We are focusing more on the free content, and we are trying to see the various steps or ways we can make sure that our websites always appear on this particular page. Remember, one thing you should note is that when it comes to the search engine result page on any search engine platform, there are thousands of pages. Okay, there are thousands of pages. Let me just illustrate so you can understand more better. So this is a search engine result page, or this is the Google search engine platform. This is the address bar where you want, whenever you want to do your search, this is where you actually type what you want. So we typed running shoes. Now, when you type running shoes, you're going to see variety of results from different companies advertising their products. All right. These are various results advertised by different companies. If I have to type rent a car, I am going to see different results by different companies advertising their products. If I have to type rent a house, different companies advertising their services, as you can see here. Now, when you look at these results carefully, you notice that immediately we type our rent a car, you're going to get variety of results. The first results are going to fall under the sponsored results. Under the sponsored results, we have this Liveway Tourism, Rotana Star Rental Cars, right? And you notice here, hide sponsor result, which means that only these two companies have actually paid Google to advertise their business under this rating car. Now, after that, we scroll down, we are going to see other results related to that particular search term we typed. And when you scroll towards the end of the page, you're going to see another sponsor result here. That's what I was trying to explain. Okay, so there are two different types of ads whenever you do a search online. We have the paid results and the free results, as you can see here. These paid results simply means that these companies have paid Google or they have hired a digital marketer to create ads whereby they will be paying Google so Google can show their ads in front here. Whereas these companies whose content are showing here that have not paid Google, they have simply made their websites look more better. They have optimized their website. They have put in content on their website that is going to enable the website to rank better. Is that okay? So that's the difference between the result which you see that carry the word sponsored and those that do not carry the word sponsored. So our main focus when it comes to search engine optimization is how can you ensure that websites always appear or your website is always on the first page of this Google search engine result page. When you scroll down here, you see various pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on and on. There are thousands of them. Thousands of them, thousands of businesses that fall under the same industry. But how can we ensure that our own website is always on the first page? Because a lot of people who do research online, there is always about 5% chance that they are going to move to the next page. And there is 95% chance that they are going to see whatever they are looking for on the first page. Sometimes people just believe that if they can't find what they are looking for on this particular first page, it therefore means that that content, what they are looking for, is not on the internet. Whereas we have thousands of pages. You can go to the next, you can click on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are other results. Is that okay? So let's look at how businesses optimize their websites, or how do they ensure that their websites are always on the first page of the Google search engine result page. So I'm going to share my other screen again. All right, so let's focus on, or let's look at how companies are able to ensure that their websites always appear on the first page of the Google search engine result pages. So the question is, what is SEO or what is search engine optimization? Search engine optimization is simply you trying to optimize a particular website so that it can rank on the various search engine result pages. There are different search engine result pages. We are not focusing only on Google. We have Bing, we have Yahoo. We want our website to rank on all the search engine result pages. So what should we do to ensure that this particular these our websites do rank? The first thing you need to understand when it comes to search engine optimization is that you need a website. Every business that wants to get ranked on Google, they need to have a website because search engine platforms only show contents that are from websites. And remember, Facebook, Instagram, they are social media platforms, yes, but they equally have websites and they need to ensure that their websites equally rank on Google or any search engine platform. So to ensure that your website ranks, you need to follow some rules and regulations that have been laid down by Google or by these search engine platforms, what we call the web structure optimization. All right, you need to follow what we call the web structure optimization. But before looking at web structure optimization, you need to understand that search engine optimization is divided into three. We have what we call the on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical optimization or technical SEO. On-page optimization simply means the things that you are going to be doing at the back end of a website to ensure that that website ranks. The things you'll be doing at the back end of a website to ensure that that website ranks, which means that you need to have a little bit of knowledge as far as web development is concerned. Is that okay? You should know how to navigate your way through the back end of a website if you really want to optimize a website using the on-page SEO. So the question is, what should we be doing? What should we be doing at the back end of a website to ensure that that website actually ranks? So now let's talk about on-page SEO. So on-page SEO simply means the things we'll be doing at the back end of a website. And in order to make sure that our website ranks, we need to follow the rules and regulations that have been laid down by these search engine platforms, which is known as the web structure optimization. So some of these rules include you need to ensure that your website has a logo, very important. You need to ensure that you have the most important pages of a website, most important pages. So things like this, you have to be, tell the web developer, this is what I want on this website. If you really want this website to be optimized, I need these features on the website. Now, what are some of the most important pages of the website? We have the home page, we have the services, we have the contact page, we have the about page, we have the blog. Okay, so we have the home, services, the contact, the about. Then, of course, we have the privacy policy. The privacy policy page is not visible when someone visits your website. It is hidden, but it is very, very important when it comes to digital marketing. Is that okay? So you need to have these important pages on your website. You need to ensure that the pages on your website should have at least 300 words. Though it is not compulsory, but if a particular page on your website or if the various pages have 300 words and above, then it's a plus one for you. You need to have at least 3 images on every page of your website. You need to have what we call internal links. Internal links are links that help to connect one page on your website to another. All right. So it helps people to move from one page on your website to another. So you are interconnecting the various pages of your website with the help of internal links. Okay. So it helps to move from one page to another. Then you need to have keywords. Now, earlier when we started the training, I talked about the difference between search terms and keywords. The words which audience type on the address bar in order to get results, that particular word which they are using known as a search term, and the keyword are those words we place at the back end of our website. So when someone types a search term, it should match up with the keyword if that person wants to see results. And if you want your website to appear as well, make sure that you add keywords to the back end or on that particular page which you want to rank. So you need to have keywords. You need to equally have external links so people can easily move from your website to other websites. Your website should be mobile friendly. Your website should be very fast. Then we have what we call brand color. Make sure that the colors which you're using for your website, you've actually extracted them from your brand. So you should not be using three, four, five, six different colors on a website. If you look at different businesses, different brands, when you check their website, you notice that the colors of their website have been extracted from their logo. You check Amazon, you notice that you mostly see that gold color which they have used for their they have extracted the color from their logo, and that's what they are using all through their website. Is that okay? So you need to focus more on brand color and make sure that you do what? You compress the images which you use on your website if you really want your website to be well optimized. So these are a few things you will be doing at the back end of your website. So we have keyword or key phrases. You've talked about that already. You need to check your grammar. You need to check vocabulary. And so on and so forth. So these are the things you will be doing at the back end of a website to make sure that your website ranks. Is that okay? Now, once you've been able to do all of that at the back end of your website, this is because you already know what to do. There are people who don't know, but they just do it. Is that okay? There are people who just do everything you see here by instinct. But now that you know, it's very important. And once you've done that, it doesn't end there. Your website does not just start ranking when you've actually performed all of this at the back end of your website. Your website does not start ranking automatically. You need to invite these search engine platforms to your website. Is that okay? You need to invite them to your website. So let's take an example. We have Google here. You have your website here, and you have the Google search engine result page here. Perfect. So once you've been able to optimize your website, what you need to do is you need to invite Google. So you're going to send an invitation. So invitation sent. Once you send an invitation, Google is going to respond by sending its agents to visit your website. Now, these agents are going to scan your website, and that is where the internal links come into play. Because once they visit your website, they are going to pass through the other pages of your website with the help of internal links. So they are going to scan your website. Once they've scanned your website, they are going to gather enough data and they are going to report back to Google. Once they report back to Google with the content they have gotten from your website, Google is now going to analyze your content and now take a decision if your content is good enough for ranking. Once they have analyzed your content and they have noticed that it is good enough for ranking, that is when they are now going to start ranking your website. These agents that are being sent by Google, they are known as crawlers. Right? So Google sends crawlers to your website. The crawlers will scan your website, report back to Google, and Google will start ranking your website on their search engine result page. Now, this entire process, from you inviting Google, Google visiting your website, scanning your website, reporting, Google sent its crawlers, the crawlers scan your website, report back to Google, and Google start ranking your website. This entire process is known as indexing. You must have heard the word my website is not being indexed. It means that Google was not satisfied with whatever you did. Is that okay? So you've done everything and it all ends up with Google. It's like they're giving you a report. It's like you're applying for a visa to travel to a particular country. You've submitted all documents. They are going to do what? They scan your documents to see if they are up to date and they do their necessary research. If the visa is not granted to you, it means in digital marketing, we can consider that as what? Indexing. So if you say your website is not indexed, it doesn't mean that you have not optimized the website or you've not placed enough content on your website. You've actually done that, but Google has not done what? Google has decided not to index your website. Once your website has been indexed, it means that you've actually started climbing the ladder when it comes to optimization. Is that okay? So that's the difference between indexing and optimization. So that's just what search engine or on-page SEO is all about. Now, let's talk about off-page SEO. With off-page SEO, it simply means the things you'll be doing out of your website. The things you'll be doing out of your website, which will equally improve the ranking of your website. You notice that there are a lot of businesses, organizations that decide to write articles or content on different websites. Why do they not write this content on their website? They are writing this content on different websites so that they can drive traffic to their website. For example, I might decide today to write my content on Forbes, or I might write content on the Medium, or I might write content on LinkedIn articles. After writing this content, I might decide to add my links to the content so that when people read the content and they want to know more about me or they want to know more about the things I do, they can click on those links and visit my website. Right? So at that level, I am simply doing what? I am equally helping to optimize my website. Now, website optimization, you don't rely more on Google or the crawlers that will be sent by Google. You equally rely on people. Remember, people visit when people visit your website, it helps a lot in ranking. That's the reason why you see bloggers make a lot of money because a lot of people visit their website. Now, when people are visiting websites, they actually come along with crawlers. You might visit a particular website and then you see links of my website on that particular website. When you click on that link, it takes you to my website. As you're clicking on that link, that's how you're equally inviting crawlers from that other website to your website. Is that okay? So when it comes to SEO off page, it has to do with you bringing crawlers and bringing people from other websites to your website. Is that okay? So when you write these articles on different websites, when you write these articles on different websites, when you write these articles on different websites, you are going to attach your own link. Now, this link will help to bring people and crawlers to your website. Okay, crawlers move with the help of links. Without links, crawlers are going to be stopped. Is that okay? So when you place links on other websites, people are going to use those links to visit your websites. Crawlers will use the same links to visit your website. Now, these links which you place on other people's website that is going to drive traffic to your website, they are known as backlinks because they are bringing people back to your website. That's why we call it backlinks. Is that okay? So you're going to be doing things out of a website that will help to do what to optimize the website, which therefore means that you don't necessarily need to understand or know how the back end of a website looks like. All you have to do is just get the links from the web developer and then you place them whenever you write an article out of your website. For technical SEO, technical SEO has to do with things you'll be doing, especially by using other tools to make sure that your website is well optimized. For example, the speed of a website. You're going to be using tools to check how fast your website is and what is flowing down that website. There are tools that will help you to know that this is the thing that is slowing down my website. Probably there are images that are slowing down the website, which I need to probably reduce some or I need to compress them. Probably the theme that I am using to design the website is very, very heavy. So I need to work on it or I need to change the theme. There are some plugins that have been installed on my website that are, trying to slow the website down. Okay. So you'll be thinking of how to improve on the speed, how to improve on the flexibility of the website. How flexible is your website? Is your website mobile friendly? If I open this website on a mobile device, will I be able to see every content on the website very, very clear? One of the most flexible or one of the most mobile friendly website on earth is Amazon. Amazon has the most flexible website and it's equally one of the fastest website. It takes less than 2 seconds or 1 second for the Amazon website to open. You can try that. Go to google.com, type amazon.com and see how fast it opens as compared to other websites. You usually have to be checking on things like broken links. There are links that you've placed out of a website, and when people click on it, they are always going to see the 404 error. So this 404 error simply means that either the page which this link is directing people to is not existing, okay? Either the page is not existing or there is a problem with the link. The page might be there, but there's a problem with the link. There are tools that will help you to sort out all these issues. So sometimes I place technical SEO under on page and off page because they are, trying to solve both problems under on page and off page. Though some digital marketers may still decide to, consider three different topics under SEO. Some will consider just two. But technical SEO too is very, very important because it actually helps you to differentiate those tools that you're going to be using to ensure that your website is well optimized. That is it as far as SEO on page or search engine optimization is concerned. Whatever you're going to be doing as far as search engine optimization is concerned falls under on page, off page, and technical SEO. Now let's get to the aspect of the sponsored ad or the paid search results that we usually see. I just showed you some of the search results, the paid search results. Whenever you do a search, you always see the sponsored results, right? Either at the top or at the bottom of your screen. The question is, how do they create this content? How did they come about? So I'm going to be explaining that right now. But before we proceed, any question as far as search engine optimization is concerned? Any question? Any question? No question? All right, let's proceed. So search engine marketing has to do with paid ads. People contact Google or they contact the Google ad account. They do pay for these services, and Google is going to show their ads on their search engine result page. Now, as far as the search engine result page of Google is concerned, we have a maximum of 7 paid ads. Maximum of 7 paid ads. 4 at the top, 3 at the bottom. You can have less than 4 at the top. You can have less than 3 at the bottom. But you can never have more than 4 at the top, and you can never have more than 3 at the bottom, making a total of 7. On other social media, on other search engine platforms like Bing and Yahoo, you might have a total of 10, 5 at the top and 5 at the bottom. Now, how do these paid ads come about? In order to ensure that you advertise your business on Google, the first thing you need is a website. A website is compulsory. Without a website, you'll not be able to get all these results because when people do their search online and they're able to see these results, they have to click on links and these links will redirect them but to a website. Is that okay? So what happened is that a digital marketer will create an account on a platform known as Google Ads. Once the digital marketer create this account, they are now going to be linking up the website of the company they want to advertise for. You have to link the website. Then you get the content which you'll be using in order to create that ad. So every content you're going to be using, you're going to create that content under Google Ads. Google will in turn show that particular content on their search engine result page. When people click on those links, it's not going to take them back to the Google Ads where the content was created. It will take them now to a website. It will now take them to a website, which means that the Google Ad account is a separate entity to the Google search engine platform. Totally different. You create the ad here. Google will take that ad, show it on their platform. When people see the ad, they click on it and it takes them to a website. So there are 3 steps. But first, you need a website. Secondly, you need to create this account. And once your ads have been created under this account, Google is going to show that ad here. And everything comes back to the website. So the link which you're going to be using under Google Ads are coming from your website. You place them here. When you place them here, Google will take those links and show them here. When people click on the links, it now take them back to your website. I hope that is clear. Silence means everything is okay. Now, there are different types of ads you're going to be creating under the Google Ad account. We have what we call search ads. We have what we call display ads. We have what we call shopping ads. We have video ads. We have call-only ads. We have mobile application ads, and so on. These are the types of ads as a digital marketer you should be creating for companies. I'm going to be showing you how these ads do look like. So I'm going to switch my screen again. So initially we carry out a research by typing running shoes. We equally type rent a house and rent a car. So we're able to get variety of results. We're able to get variety of results. First, we started with running shoes. We went to rent a car. We went to rent a house, and we're able to get these results. Now, when you look at these results here, so this is our focus. We are focusing more on the sponsored ads. So for the sponsored ads, you notice that when we type the word rent a car, we're able to get results. And you notice that all the results you see here are text only. This image you see here was just gotten from the website. But when you're creating the ads, you use text only. Okay, so these paid ads which appear just in the form of text, they are known as text only ads. Okay, we call them text ads or text only ads. The same thing when we did with rent a house, we're able to get results that are in the form of a text. So the results that carry the word sponsored, they are known as text only ads. The next type of ad we're going to look at is what we call shopping ads. With shopping ads, they are only created for products. You cannot create shopping ads for services. This is a service. Rent a car is a service. Rent a house is a service. But running shoes, we're actually searching for products. So these types of ads, shopping ads, are applicable to products only. Now, how do they look like? Shopping ads do have images, they have name of the product, they have the price of the product, and equally the company that is selling that product. This product is being advertised by Temu, this by Adidas, this by Temu, this by On. I don't know which company is that. This by Trendyol, this by Temu. Okay, so all these companies have created shopping ads related to running shoes. And as you can see below those ads, the name of the product, you can see carbon plate running shoes, running shoes. So all these ads which you see, keywords have been attached to them. That is why when we do a search here with our search term, it matches with their keywords and the ads actually show at the top. The next type of ad we are going to talk about is what we call the video ad or the YouTube ads. We all watch YouTube on daily basis when we are back from work, very stressed. What happened? We try to entertain ourselves before we go to bed. Probably we have about 3 or 4 hours to rest. At least you take at least an hour to get some entertainment for yourself. And where do you go to? You either go to TikTok or you go to YouTube, any social media platform to carry out to get that entertainment from. So when we talk about video ads, these are the ads you get when you're watching a YouTube video. For example, we have these videos right here. If I want to watch, this video, for example, if I open this video, the first thing that pops up is an advertisement, right? This is not the video I wanted to watch. The video I wanted to watch is this one labeled next to blow, right? But again, I have to wait for this particular video to play for about 5 seconds before I can skip the video. Once I skip the video, that is when I'm going to watch the video I intended to. Is that okay? So this is known as a video ad or a YouTube ad, and there are different types which are all created under Google. All right, you're using the Google ads to create such advertisement. Is that okay? So we have bumper ads, we have skippable ads, no skippable ads, in-stream ads. These are all different types of YouTube ads. Another type of ad is what we call display ads. So display ads, they do appear on partner websites. They do appear on people's websites. For example, magazines, newspapers, bloggers. Bloggers do make their money on their websites thanks to a program which is being run by Google known as the Google AdSense. So what happened is that if your website is drawing a lot of attention, a lot of people visit your website, you can contact Google, you connect with Google, you tell Google, I'm drawing a lot of traffic to my website. I want to partner with you so that you can use my website to create advertisement. People can visit my website to see ads which you, Google, have created. And in turn, you are going to pay me for using my website to show advertisements to other people. Once you partner with Google, Google say, okay, no problem. We are going to be using your website to show ads. And at the end of the day, you are going to be paid by Google for them using your website to show advertisement. A popular website I always use for illustration is the Mimimefo Info's website. Now, this is a blogger who creates content on daily basis about the recent happenings in the world. And of course, a lot of people visit this website in order to get recent updates. Is that okay? Now, I just visited the website and there are a lot of content that are not related to recent happenings. For example, what you see on your screen right here. This is a display ad because Google is actually showing this ad on other websites. So this ad is from Google. How do I know that this is an ad and it's coming from Google? You're going to see this eye here just by the top right corner. I'm going to zoom it so you can see. You can see this eye right here. And once I hover my mouse over the eye, you notice what? Ads by Google, which means Google is responsible for this ad. This is another one here, ads by Google. If I scroll down, probably at the bottom of the screen or at the middle, we see have another ads by Google right here. I scroll down again. Below here, we have another ad. I think this is from 1xBet or so, right? So these are all display ads and they do appear on partner website. You might come back here next time, you see another ad from another company that is taking over the market. Is that okay? So these are all display ads, and this is how it's been done. And you equally create that under the Google Ad account. Other types of ads I cannot illustrate here, we have the call only ad. Those ads can only be seen on a mobile device. The mobile app ads, those ads can only be seen on mobile device, on mobile applications. You might have mobile games, you watch mobile games, you play mobile games. Before you even start playing some of those games, you see a lot of ads popping here and there. Is that okay? So those are what we call display ads. So this is what Google Ad is all about. Once you're able to do all of this for businesses, for organizations, then trust me, it means you are already a professional in creating Google Ads. The question now you should be asking yourself is, how does Google deduct this money, right? How do people pay for these services? Do I just go to the platform, I create the ad, and I just put in an amount of money, or I inject an amount of money in the Google ad account, and Google you deduct those money and run the ads for me? That's not how it works. Is that okay? There are different there are different types of, or there are different methods you pay Google. Is that okay? Let's begin with the text ad. This is a text ad. And how do these companies pay Google? Whenever someone does a search online and these results do pop up, when someone clicks on this ad, immediately they click on this ad, that is when Google is going to charge this company that created the ad. All right, so you are paying per click. Every company pays per click when they create what we call text ads. All right, so for text ads, you pay per click. Same with these other ads, all right, that are all text ads. Now, for shopping ads, you equally pay per click. But there is a twist when it comes to shopping ads, all right? Companies that create shopping ads, they only pay when someone comes here, clicks on the ads, and makes a purchase. So it is still what we call pay per click, but you only pay Google when someone clicks and makes a purchase, as compared to the text ads whereby, irrespective of sales or not, you have to pay so long as someone clicks on the ad. So if I want to, if I want these companies right here that have created this ad, if I want them to pay for the services which Google is rendering to them, I'm just going to be clicking on these ads. All right. I'll be clicking on these paid ads, and Google will be deducting money per click from there. So that is applicable for shopping ads, it's applicable for text ads, but it's not applicable for display and video ads. All right. So for display ads, you only pay 1,000 displays. So you're going to tell Google, I'm willing to pay $1 for 1,000 displays. So if people are able to see my images 1,000 times, that is when you should charge me this amount of money. Same thing with video view. Same thing with shopping with video ads. You pay per 1,000 views. Okay. Now, one thing you need to understand with Google Ads is that you are the one deciding how much you want to pay per click. Okay. You decide how much you want to pay per click, then Google decides where they are going to place you on the search engine result page. Remember, I mentioned that there are 7 positions, 4 at the top and 3 at the bottom. All right. The first person, like we have Lightweight Tourism, he's not here by random. He's here at the top because he's willing to pay higher per click. Okay. He's willing to pay the highest amount of money per click, while these other companies are paying lesser. So one thing, what you need to understand is that Google will be ranking them based on how much they are willing to pay. So if I'm willing to pay $11 and there's somebody who is already paying, who is willing to pay $10, I'm going to be at the top. All right. Now for video ads and display ads, you are paying per 1,000 views or per 1,000 displays. We consider both as 1,000 views because though it's a video, this is a video and this is an image, but we still consider them what? 1,000 views. So you are paying per 1,000 views. And of course, there's a lot of competition in the sense that in this industry, once we are in the same industry, if I'm willing to pay higher when it comes to 1,000 views, Google is going to be showing more of my videos or more of my images than you who is willing to pay less. Because I might be willing to pay $1 for 1,000 views, another person is paying $2 for 1,000 views. So that person will always be, his images or videos will be displayed more. That's why you see the art which we saw that was displayed here. There are so many people in this same industry that are creating the same art. But why is it that when I start watching the video, is that particular company's ad that is showing? It's because they are willing to pay higher. All right. So there is a lot of what we call bidding war when it comes to Google Ads or the search engine marketing space. A lot of bidding war. If you want to be at the top, then you should be willing to bid higher. Is that okay? That's just a summary as far as search engine marketing is concerned. Now let's talk about social media marketing. There are several social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, Thread, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. There are so many of them. And of course, YouTube. There are so many social media platforms. So how do we recognize paid ads on social media? How do we recognize paid ads on the various social media platforms? When you visit your social media platform, you're going to see different types of ads. We have free ads and paid ads. How do you differentiate between a free ad and a paid ad? This is a free ad. Why is it so? Because there is no promoted or sponsored below the name of the page. So for every ad, you're always going to see the name of a page. You're going to see a text describing that particular ad. You have an image. Then we have like, comment, and share, headlines, and description. Now, what differentiates a free ad from a paid ad is that for paid ad, like what we have here from Mastrek, below is the word sponsored, indicating that it is a paid ad or it's a sponsored ad. Okay. Then, of course, we have the text describing that ad. We have image or video. We have headlines, descriptions, and then the button. For free ads, we usually don't have headlines, descriptions, buttons, or the word sponsor. This is a free ad. There is just like, comment, and share. There is no sponsor. This is a free ad. We have like, comment, and share. Okay. This is a free ad. We have no sponsored. We have image, like, comment, and share. Free ad. No, this is a paid ad. Below that, we have the word sponsored, text, image, headline description, and the button before like, comment, and share. This is applicable to all social media platforms. All right. Some platforms have the word sponsored, some others have the word promoted. If I have to go to LinkedIn right now, we have different types of ads as well, or two different types. We have the paid ads and the free ads. This is a free ad, the name of the page or the account. There is no promoted or sponsored. This is a paid ad because below the name of that company page, there's the word promoted, the image, the text, the image, the headline, there is a button, headline description, there's a button, then the like, comment, share. Free ad, no headline, no description, no button, like, comment, share. Free ad, just the pictures, name of the page, no promoted, description, video, like, comment, and so on and so forth, right? So it's applicable to all social media platforms. Some platforms call their paid ads, they just name it ads. Some call it promoted, others call it sponsored. So when you see it, don't get confused. Now, when it comes to platforms like Facebook, platforms like LinkedIn, there are two different types of ads. We already mentioned that the free ads and the paid ads. Now, when it comes to Facebook or Meta, there are two ways you can run paid ads. You can either go through the boosting method or you can go through the ad manager method, which means that you'll be creating the ad separately from the account. All right. If I have to switch this to a Facebook page, for example, if I have to switch this to a Facebook page, for example, you're going to actually see the different ads, free ads and paid ads. Now, if you go to a content which I have posted on my account, for example, if I scroll down, for each content that I have posted, I have the option boost post, which means I can advertise directly from my account. Same here, I can advertise directly from my account. You see boost posts here, boost post, boost post, boost post, and so on and so forth, which means that I can always click on the boost post to advertise my business. Is that okay? So I can go through this route, or better still, I can go through um, the ad manager method or the business manager method. Is that okay? So these are the three major digital marketing modules. If you want to call yourself a digital marketing expert, these are the process you need to go through. One thing you need to understand when it comes to digital marketing is that certificates just add value, especially when you want to look for a job. You are actually doing a job search. Some companies don't even care about the certificates. They say, what can you do? They can put you to a particular test or they give you something to do. Let's see what you can do. What is your portfolio? Which projects have you handled before? Those are the things they want to see. Is that okay? Because digital marketing is more of practicals than theory. It's not something like a manual work where you have to go and do some cleaning job or you have to go and do some maintenance work. It's all about what? Technicality. So they want to see what you can do before they can hand over any particular job to you. Is that okay? Apart from the various modules which I've just mentioned, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and social media marketing, we have other modules such as content marketing. Obviously, you need content to be able to run these various ads. Without content, we cannot run social media campaigns. Without content, we cannot run Google Ads. So it's very important. Without content, we cannot do email marketing. So we have content marketing, we have email marketing, which is one of the oldest form of marketing. In fact, it has been there before the coming of things like Google Ads and social media campaigns. We have affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing starts where digital marketing ends, whereby you are going to be marketing the affiliate links of other companies, and whenever they make sales, you are going to get a commission for advertising their business through your affiliate link. We have analytics and measurement. Analytics has to do with you analyzing everything that has been done as far as search engine marketing is concerned, search engine optimization, email marketing, and so on and so forth. You have to analyze everything that has been happening and be able to give out a concrete report. When I talk about analysis, I mean things like knowing the people that visited your website, what were they doing on your website, which devices were they using, what results were you able to get from the budget which you spend online. Should I continue to spend my budget in this particular environment, or I should focus my budget on another environment? That's the essence of analysis or analytics and measurement. And we have tools that we're going to be you should use in order to do or to create such ads or to analyze such data. We have Google Analytics, we have Looker Studio, and we have Tag Manager. Is that okay? Now let's get to the slides. I think now it's going to be very easy. We are going to move very fast because I've been able to explain the various modules. Is that okay? All right, so let me just talk a little bit about the various digital marketing career. So once you're done with your digital marketing program, or if you want to become a digital marketing professional, these are the careers that are open to you. We have the digital marketing manager, someone who understands the various modules. You understand search engine marketing, search engine optimization, social media marketing. And of course, before becoming a digital marketing manager, you should have become a digital marketing specialist, which means you've been able to analyze data, you've been able to run campaigns on the various platforms. So being a manager simply means you're managing the other departments like social media marketing or social media manager, SEO specialist, PPC, paid ad experts, content creators. You're managing the various departments to see what they can do. A social media manager is someone who understands and can create ad campaigns on the various social media platforms. The good thing is that in UAE, All these platforms, you have access to creating paid campaigns on them, as compared to other countries, especially in Africa, where you are limited to a few of these tools. SEO specialist is someone who understands how to optimize a website. You understand SEO on page, off page, and technical SEO. A PPC specialist or a paid ad expert is someone who knows how to create Google ads. You can create search ads, you can create text ads, display ads, video ads, call only ads, shopping ads. A content creator or a strategist, someone who knows how to create content for the various platforms. Email marketing specialist, someone who knows how to create email campaigns, who knows how to create a lead magnet to use that in order to get a lot of leads that can be used to run email marketing campaigns. A web developer, of course, if you're a web developer, it's a plus to you, because if an organization does not have a website, you start by creating their website for them. You even optimize it because you're a digital marketing expert before start creating campaign. And of course, that is an additional source of income, except you're working with a company and you've decided to tell them that you're a web developer, right? So you should be on your CV that you're a web developer. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you should be doing at that company. So that is a plus for you. You can equally become an analytics or a data specialist. That is someone who knows how to analyze data and able to report. You can equally become a trainer and a coach. Once you understand the skill very well, right, you can work with an institute by teaching in that institute, or you can become a digital marketing coach, right? Helping organizations, telling them what they need to do. You are not doing that, but you're telling them exactly what they need to do. They can now be hiring their experts. Why is digital marketing, or why is digital marketing very important? Why does it matter a lot? In 2025, if your business hasn't gone digital, then obviously you're out of business. Is that okay? Because it is far more cost effective as compared to traditional marketing. It helps you to reach out to a global audience. All right. You can reach out to as many people as possible. It helps to narrow down your audience to a specific group of people. Is that okay? So you can target people specifically thanks to digital marketing. It helps to build stronger customer relationships. Flexibility and speed. Immediately your ad is being created, you start getting response once it has been published. Equal opportunity for everyone. It's a level-headed field. With little or no knowledge as far as digital marketing is concerned, you can start from somewhere. I believe at the end of this training, by the time you go back, you have a lot which you've learned. And if today you want to begin a career in digital marketing, obviously you know where to start. And if you've decided to pick a particular institute to study with, once they give you the curriculum, you already know what you're looking for. You go through it. What are you guys offering? This. If what you're looking for is not there, or if what you've learned today is not available, you say no. I think this is not the institute I should be taking this course with. Of course, I've omitted artificial intelligence in marketing, which is a very vital tool as well in today's digital marketing age. If you don't incorporate AI in whatever you're doing, trust me, you're going to be lost. I can say AI has become a blessing than a curse in today's digital marketing age because it helps to simplify so many things. There are several tools. I can just take 5 minutes, I create a very beautiful design. In less than 2-3 seconds, I'm able to create text which I can use to create my ads. I'm able to generate various keywords I'm going to use for my ad. I'm able to generate content, 300, 400 words I can use for my ad, which are 100% unique without any plagiarism. We're going to talk about content creation, especially when it comes to SEO on page. We're going to tell you a lot about the tools which you can use in order to generate content which you can use. Tools you can use in order to generate videos you can use for your various social media platforms. While you are getting into the field, there are a lot of challenges you're going to face, a lot of obstacles. The first is that there is high competition in this industry, which means that If you want to succeed in this industry, you need to stand out. There is what we call constant algorithm changes. Now, before we get to constant algorithm changes, this high competition we are talking about has to do with when it comes to creating paid ads. Okay, there is high level of competition. There's what we call bidding war. Before you create an ad, you need to see those who are in the same industry with you, how much they are willing to pay. If the money is so high and it's above your budget, then you should think of what settling for less. Try to go with keywords that have a very low level of competition. There is what we call constant algorithm change. Today, someone will tell you when you're watching videos on TikTok, if you want your content to go viral, these are the things you need to do. Probably those are things that were working 2, 3, 4 years ago, right? And some of these people will talk about maybe ways you can grow your content. Maybe that's not even the way they did in order to grow their content. They have just learned that somewhere, right? Because they want to create content, they're just simply telling you this. Remember this. Algorithm on these platforms, they change on daily basis, especially when it comes to SEO and organic social media marketing. The algorithm changes on every blessed minute. Continuous effort is required, especially when it comes to search engine optimization. Before you start seeing results as far as SEO is concerned, it will take you months or even years before you start seeing results. There is a lot of cyber risks and data privacy concern. People use Google Ads to create ads which are fraudulent. When you do research online, you see some ads, you click on them, at the end of the day, your money is gone. And of course, digital marketing is technology dependent. Without technology, we will not be able to create these ads. Without the internet connection, we are unable to create ads. Without these tools, we are unable to create ads. So one thing you need to understand is that be honest about your challenge. All right. And you should equally make sure that whenever you see some challenges, try to see how you can resolve them. Contact people who you think are experts. Don't think that you know everything. I hope that is well understood. Now, once you are done, let's say today you decide to become a digital marketing expert, or you want to take a career, or you want to start your career in digital marketing. What should you do at the end? There are several things you can do. You don't necessarily need to work for someone. You can start your own digital marketing agency, which I think is going to do very well. You can become a freelance consultant where you analyze people's businesses, you advise them on what to do, or you can pick up jobs on freelance platforms like Upwork. You can become a social media management. You can offer social media management services. You can see businesses online and say, hey, please, I can manage your business, right? So there are certain things I've seen about your business that are not doing very well. So I think I might be of help. Content creation and personal brand optimization. Affiliate marketing, you can get into affiliate marketing as well once you're done with your digital, because when you're done with digital marketing, you become so exposed. You can equally decide to start your own online program and training programs as well. You can get into e-commerce and product marketing. You design your personal website whereby you're going to be marketing the products of others. When people place their commands, you deliver the products and you make a commission out of that. You can build a very good platform, grow your followers, and you become an influencer. You can actually become an influencer and you partner with other people to market their products. Or you can become an influencer partner whereby you link together businesses and influencers, right? So you say, okay, I have influencers that can help market your products for you. And of course, it's going to cost this, this, and this. And at the end of the day, you discuss with the influencer as well. You tell them how much you're willing to pay for them to market this particular brand. We have a lot of people who do that, especially from Nigeria. I hope that is well understood. So once you're done with your program, try to pick up a niche. Where do you think you can focus on? What do you think you can focus on? Do you want to become an SEO specialist, a search engine marketing expert, or a PPC specialist, a social media marketing manager? Start creating content. Start talking about what you've learned. Okay. Remember, a lot of people will believe in you once they have seen the works you've done. We've had a lot of people who have gone through digital marketing. Immediately they are done with the program, they take their exams, that is it. The next thing they do is they rush to start looking for jobs. Nobody will employ you. You're a digital marketer. I go to your Facebook page, I see nothing. Your LinkedIn profile, I see nothing. Your Instagram account, I see nothing. You don't create content, you don't talk about your skills. Then how will people believe that you actually know how to do this well? They should be able to see results on your pages. If I have to take you to my LinkedIn profile right now, my inbox, there are so many people who contact me on daily basis. I equally get so many connects. People trying to know more about your services. And that's how you grow when you're done with your digital market, when you're done with your digital marketing program. A lot of people would think that I've had so much years of experience as far as digital marketing is concerned. Yes, I had knowledge as far as digital marketing is concerned for a very long time now. Okay. But I've actually been in the field practicing for 5 years only. Is that okay? And it has really transformed me a lot. I get to receive a lot of mails, a lot of speaking engagements from other people because they see my work. They see what I can do online. A lot of people contact me privately asking me how to do this, how to do that. Can you help me run a campaign? I have a business, I'm facing challenges. That is because they're able to see your work. You can see there are so many emails I get on daily basis. Some I don't really open them, right? Some of them I just go through. And I get a lot of people, trying to pitch themselves because they know what you have. They might be pitching themselves to sell their services to you, or better still, they might need your service. Is that okay? If I have to go to my notifications, we are going to get lots of follow requests as well. So if you're thinking of getting into the digital marketing field, make sure that you're ready to sit up. You're taking the first 1 year to build yourself. Is that okay? And don't think that learning digital marketing will take you 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. For you to become a professional, give yourself 6 months. It doesn't mean every blessed day you are on it. No. 1 hour a day or 3 hours in a week is okay for you to become a professional in this field. Any question? Any questions so far, please? Okay, someone asked a question. How is YouTube a social media platform? YouTube is a social media platform. What's a social media platform? A social media platform is that environment where you get to, socialize with people, right? You get to connect with people one on one whenever they maybe drop a comment or they react to the content which you've posted. They are reacting to videos, to photos, and so on. YouTube is a social media platform because you get to connect with people, people subscribe to your channel, people get to comment, you get to reply to their comments. You guys are socializing on the platform. Is that okay? So YouTube is a social media platform. The fact that it falls under Google doesn't mean it's not a social media platform. It is a social media platform. The chat is open for questions. If you have a question, please feel free to ask. Any question? All right. No questions then. Starting from next month, I think from let me see, from December the 8th of next month, I'll be hosting a 2 to 3 months digital marketing program, the advanced digital marketing program. That's for those who want to become experts in digital marketing. So this is not just probably an institute where you just go learn, you get your certificates, and there is no follow-up. All right. As far as the program is concerned, you're already getting yourself into a lifetime mentorship, especially with me. Is that okay? So we are going to have a 3 months training program where you're going to learn the modules which I've just mentioned, starting with the three major modules: search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and social media marketing. We are going to take them step by step. These three modules will take you 3 months to complete. Then we are going to be looking at the other modules, such as affiliate marketing. We'll look at email marketing. We're going to look at analytics and measurement. So give or take, maximum of 4 months, you should have completed these various modules. Maximum of 4 months. The training programs will be 3 times in a day during the evening sessions like this. Okay, probably from 8 o'clock in the evening. We'll decide if we should have them from Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, or Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This should be the second time we are training experts in UAE to become digital marketing experts. The first batch we had, they are currently going on with their training programs. I will just share image of the students who joined us last time. That should be a receipt. All right, I'm just going to stop the sharing right now and try to bring up that. So from early December, we are going to have a digital marketing program, an advanced digital marketing program for those who are interested in becoming digital marketing experts. All right. We're going to guide you through the program for the next 2 to 3 months. Once we are done with the program, we are going to have series of workshops. Right. Then, of course, we are now going to get into freelancing platforms where you can be getting freelance jobs to help other people work on their platforms and equally make some money out of it. Is that okay? It's going to be a very interesting and interactive session. It's going to be 100% online. So you actually need a PC, a computer, to be able to follow up with the training programs and carry out your practical exercises. Just about 20% of the work can be done on a smartphone. 80% you need a computer to be able to carry out such exercises. Now, just 1 minute, I'm going to share another slide. So this training is being conducted with the help of Talita Group Institute, where we train and certify professionals as far as digital marketing is concerned. For the past 5 years, we've been able to create and certify above 160 professionals as far as digital marketing is concerned. And our main focus is we are targeting the African community. You know, when it comes to digital marketing, especially here in UAE, a lot of people we notice that most of the professionals, as far as digital marketing is concerned, we don't really have Africans, right, who are actually in the field. So that's the reason why we decided that we were going to, expand, making sure that we have professionals from different African countries. Is that okay? So this program will begin next month from the 8th of next month. and the training fee is 499 dirhams only. All right. So for those who want to enroll for the program, we are going to share more details about the program in the forums which we have just created, and we added you all in the forum. We are going to share more details about that in the forum so you can know what you'll be getting as far as the training program is concerned. This is very, very important. Is that okay? Any question, please? Any question as far as this training program is concerned? Any question?
Yes, good evening again. I'm
Good evening.
Grace. Yes, I'm Grace. But I'm not on vacation, but I have the preoccupation.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
My preoccupation is I'm very interested to learn digital marketing, but I'm living in Abu Dhabi, and I don't
Yes.
know how to do to because to move here, come Dubai to follow the course, it will not be easy to me.
The training is 100% online. You don't need to be in a physical location. We are going to be having
Uh,
this training online.
Online. Okay.
So all you just need is your computer system, and wherever you are, you can attend the training. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, we don't even offer physical training because even if you come and sit in a particular location to take the training, you are still going to connect online and you're still going to be following up from your computer.
Okay. Okay, it's good.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
someone is complaining about the timing. Is 8 p.m. a problem for some people? If 8 p.m. is a problem for you, what time do you think is going to be comfortable for you? Because I believe that this is the time when everyone has closed from work, except there are people who do evening shift at their job
Good
site. That
evening,
is,
sir.
yes,
Good
good
evening,
evening.
sir.
Good evening.
Leticia. Leticia. I'm from Cameroon. Actually, I'm interested, but my timing does not coincide because I'm into sales and we mostly close around 11 p.m. I don't know. I only have one off per week, which is on Sundays. I don't know if you have weekend classes also. Are you
Yes, we
still
can
not
decide. We can decide that if we
like
want to.
Sundays?
Okay, this is what we can do. What we can decide is we can either have the sessions like um we can decide that we should have the sessions like 3 times a week, whereby we are going to have probably 2 hours in these days, or we have Sunday where we are going to have probably 6 hours straight, which might be a problem for some people. So those are the options we can have. Is that okay? We can either have the sessions in the evening, or we have a program on Sunday which will run for a longer period. So those are some of the options which we can consider to see if it's suitable for everyone. Because for the past years, we've been focusing more on this particular timing. Or again, there's another option. We always have recorded sessions at the end of each class. There are students who have difficulties joining the live sessions. So what we do is after every session, we share the recorded session so that you can follow up as well. If you have a question, you can now ask the question. So let's say you are free from 11. By the time you're getting home, the session for that day has ended, and we just share you the link of that recorded session. You can now follow up with the recorded session, and then you ask your question anytime you're free. But the thing is, I always love to have that interaction in the class. So when you are learning at
Yeah.
that particular moment, you are interacting. If there's a question, you ask at that particular
Okay.
time, which is very, very much preferable.
Yeah.
So we are going to work on the timing so that it can be suitable for everyone.
So like how many hours um
A session
are
lasts
we
for two
going
hours. A session lasts for 2 hours, which means
session
that
last for 2 hours?
approximately in a month, in a week, we should have 6 hours of a training program,
Like 2 times a week.
3 times a week.
Okay, 2 hours.
Yes.
The problem is my timing. I swear to God.
But for me, I think 8 o'clock is good. because 8 o'clock. I mean, lot of for us will be being our home is that time. For the people who work to the morning.
All right.
Okay.
So we are going to work with it 3 times a day, but let's try to see how we can. Okay. For the student who is, you say you close at 11, right? This is
Yeah,
what is going
11
to
p.m.
happen. This is what is going to happen. Now I have 2 sessions, right? We have the classes for the Middle East and we have the class for the African community from
Oh,
African countries. So the African countries, their classes always start from 11 in the night to 1 a.m. If you are comfortable with
like
that, you can
11
join
in
that
Dubai
batch.
time. 11
11
Dubai
p.m.
time.
Yes, 11 p.m. Dubai time to 1 a.m.
Then I think I'll join that African session because that's the only time that
Yes, we
coincides with
offer
it.
the same. So what happened is that if we are having the UAE community, if we are having the training sessions from Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the other students they take their own training sessions on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So there is no clash. Is that okay? So what will happen is that we have those two timings. For those who cannot catch up with the 8 p.m. class, they can always join the 11 p.m. class from 11 to 1. So we have 8 to 10 or 11 to 1.
Okay,
Yes.
that's better.
Please, any other worry?
No, for me it's good. 8 to 10 is good.
Yeah, 8 to 10 is perfect. Even we can even move to 7 if it's comfortable, but I noticed that most people prefer 8 o'clock.
My question in the comment section.
Okay, I will check the comment section now for questions that have been posted there. Let's see. So what about those working evenings? All right, so for the evening sessions, I don't know how we are going to really work on that. I don't know if you will be comfortable with the recorded sessions. If you're comfortable with the recorded sessions, once you come back from work, we just share with you. It's the same thing. The only issue here is that you might not be interacting at that same time, but you're going to still feel, if you've decided to take it serious, you will still have the same feeling as someone who is attending a training live. You just get the recorded sessions, you go through. If there's a question, you can ask the question. Again, we are going to be having workshops. Workshops will always usually be on a Sunday because we are sure that majority of you have your off days on Sundays. So we are
Also,
going to be having the workshops on Sunday. So you can go through the recorded sessions. Once we are done with a particular module like social media marketing, we now have the practical exercises or the workshops on a Sunday, which we believe everyone is free. And we bring together all the communities, both those from the Middle East and those from Africa. We bring you all together and we have those workshops. Is that okay?
Now,
All right. So if there are no other questions, I don't know if there are any other question. If none, then I think we are going to wrap up this session
There's
now.
one more.
Those
I
who just joined the
still
session,
have a tablet.
we
Can I
are
stop
going to
it just?
share these recordings. We are going to share it at the end of this class. Probably tomorrow you should get a link so you can follow up what we did today. Is that okay? Now we always take time during this master class to emphasize on so many things because we are not going to talk about them again during the classes because during the advanced program, we just focus on the practicals. I will assume that you know what a search term is, a keyword is, you understand what digital marketing is, the various digital marketing modules. When we are getting to a module, you already know what that module entails and what we are going to be doing as far as that module is concerned. We just get into it right away. We start the practical exercises because, listen to me, with the way we are going with the classes, sometimes 3 months is not usually enough. There are some students that we take sometimes 6 months to complete the program because we look at how fast you are able to assimilate or are able to understand the program. When we notice that you're taking some time to really understand, we reduce the timing because we really want you to understand. It's not about completing the project, it's about trying to see how far or how fast you can understand. Is that okay? So we might say the program is 3 months, but sometimes it might extend. Is that okay? Based on how fast we are able to go as far as the program is concerned. Any question? All right. So if there are no questions, then yes.
please, the practical course to the Sunday, we establish time
We
because
are going to once we begin with the program, we are going to decide the timing that is suitable for everyone. On Sundays, I am 100% free. So we just decide on the timing, which time is comfortable for everyone. Then we can have the session at that time.
The same time we started today, like the 7 p.m.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
this same time, this
Everybody
same
must have
time could be
come out.
perfect. Yeah, this same time could be perfect as well for the workshop, for the practicals. And again, please, we are not relying only on Sundays. There are times which we might finish a program. Then when we are supposed to have a next class, we just have another practical session to wrap up that particular module we are done with. So we are not only relying on Sundays. Is that okay? If we notice that there is a particular day which everyone is free, we can have a workshop during that particular session.
Okay.
Any
Hello,
question?
please. I was asking that I have a
Yes.
tablet. Can I start? Can I start a course with that soon?
You have what, please? Come
I have
again.
some tablets. I don't have a PC now. Can I start a course with that?
Can you start a course with what? Your
I have a
network keeps
Samsung
breaking.
tablet. Can I start a
Yes,
course
you can start with your
with
tablet.
that? So
There's
I
no
need a
problem.
PC.
No, no, with the tablet, you're fine. The problem with
Okay, thank
smartphones,
you.
the problem with smartphone is that it's very small. The screen is too small in such a way that you are not really going to feel that experience. And you cannot really do Google Ads. When it comes to mobile devices, tablets, and PC, they have different features. Okay, there are some features which a tablet has that is not available on a mobile device, depending on how it has been designed. For example, if someone tells me that he has an iPad, I'll say you are very good to go. You don't necessarily need a PC if you have an iPad because it's still like using your phone. Any question?
For
Any
me,
other
it's
question?
okay.
All right. So we've come to the end of this session. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the chat, and that is it. So thank you all for joining, and bye bye for now.
Okay.
Thank you too. God bless you.